Hello, Charlottetown. It's Jamie Larkin here today with Josh Underhay. Josh is a local teacher, father, and advocate. Advocate for Charlottetown becoming a more bikeable city. Bikeable for many reasons. Health, improving in one's own local economic situation. But, you know, along with the biking issue, there's some safety issues too, and we're going to talk about this. And so Josh lives and breathes biking. He bikes almost year-round, maybe all year round, with his son.
Well, again, and so it's, my wife takes him in the winter, but then from probably the end of March break until about October, till the snow flies, I try to take them.
Great.
But yeah, I'm very lucky that where I live, we have a lovely path around East Royalty to the Tifka, so they are able to go year-round. Or I'm sorry to say, like like on a safe path separated from traffic.
Yeah.
But as we know, there's not everybody that lives in an area where they can easily get to work. There's maybe too far, or they work in a different area. So it isn't going to work for everyone. But I'm very lucky that it works.
I've talked to other people in more bikeable cities in Canada, like Ottawa, for example, where they can hop on their bike and they can feel safe biking to work every day. And of course, cities around the world like Copenhagen had a problem with too many cars, and so now they switched to improving their infrastructure to really encourage a more bikeable city where it was safe. So how far along is Charlottetown with this infrastructure or planning?
Sure. Well, there's a lot of the planning that's been done, and there's actually been really great steps taken in the infrastructure that's been built. We do have to give credit to Cycling PEI, to the municipal government that's been working on this now, to the Provincial Department of Transportation, and to the federal government for providing funding in many of these cases for the work that's been done. So we've seen great progress. We've seen the causeway along North River having a nice path. We've got a nice one along Brackley past the airport. We've got by the hospital. We've got the Confederation Trail, which is a true gem, and in the summer months we have the Victoria Row bike lane, which is great. So yeah, essentially what, you know, I use the analogy of a power company sometimes. It's like we've got a power plant over here, your house over here, and you got a couple poles in the middle. Great. Does it connect to your workplace? Does it connect to your home? Is it a fully connected network, or can we really use the word network?
Yes.
We made progress too. I think the painted lines that we have are great for awareness for motorists and awareness for cyclists. But as many people know, sometimes, you know, the signage is there, not always there when you need it. And the question too really got me thinking about this is being a parent, being a father. So when I'm biking my kids around, if I wanted to go to the store, if I want to do errands and stuff, do I feel safe biking them down University Avenue? Even, you know, many areas like North River Road. I think the answer is clear. Most of us would feel uncomfortable with our children in a bike trailer in traffic. So the idea of having it separated from traffic, I think motorists are going to feel more comfortable without cyclists sort of moving around the vehicles, and I think families and people that are more, you know, like timid to get on their bikes are going to feel more comfortable.
So other cities, they've actually have segregated bikeable lanes.
Exactly. So if you're separated from traffic, you're obviously going to feel a lot more comfortable, right? If you've got young kids, or if you're just a little bit, you know, nervous about trucks and cars moving around you. And some cyclists are comfortable, and I think that's great. We need to continue to have them in traffic too. But I mean, you know, the families and people that are not biking now and who would be.
Safety in traffic is obviously a major concern in the city. I was almost run over in a crosswalk a week and a half ago, and very unfortunately, 60 seconds later, a senior was run down in that same crosswalk. He suffered a broken leg. He's going to be okay. It was a very unfortunate situation. People are driving too fast. They're buzzing through red lights, going through stop signs. So in 4 years, working with all levels of government and local experts like yourself or Cycling at PEI, is it possible for us to have a bikeable city that has that network, those connections, so people can bike with their families for, you know, to go shopping, or they can bike to work? Is this a possibility within 4 years?
Well, for sure. I mean, we just have to connect the dots. So we have like half this or most, probably even 80% of the infrastructure is there. Like,
oh, nice.
If we look at the proposal, so we'll talk about the plans that we have in place already. So the municipality of Charlottetown, Stratford and Cornwall developed the Regional Active Transportation Plan in 2012, and there has been some progress towards that. And I think just what we need to see is the will. We need to have the budgeting and to encourage it to move forward, but at the same place, like, not ahead of other issues such as housing, which is crucial, right? We need to make sure that our needs of our citizens are met. But the transportation system, and we can't assume everyone has a car and is driving everywhere, is a huge part of the basic needs of our citizens. So if you look at the plan, even in the City of Charlottetown's official plan, you look at the proposals that was developed with Cycling PEI of a number of trails, such as around the bypass and connecting in with the trail. These plans are already made. You look at the construction down Capitol Drive towards North River Road, coming from Cornwall. The extension of the Maypoint Path, it's happening, and the progress is moving ahead. So we continue to connect those dots. We're going to continue to make progress. So fully connected is a big word, but can we certainly connect the basic projects that we have? Fitzroy Project, we do Capitol Drive, we do a number of other connections. Absolutely.
All right, so Charlottetown, it is possible within 4 years, as long as everybody works together with the existing infrastructure and the plans, that we can have a very bikeable city, you know, for all the benefits that we've named, you know, health, keeping more money in our own pockets, getting back and forth to work, help solve that parking problem that we know that we all have downtown. So it is possible.
Yeah, and what's neat about a lot of this infrastructure too, like, you have the cycling paths, but you could also talk mixed-use infrastructure. So around by the hospital, you see wheelchair users, you see people with accessibility issues. What's interesting too is about a mixed-use path, and I know one went into, I believe it's what's it called, Riverview Estates, around near in Hillsborough, right around the French School. There's a lovely path that's been put in, and it's paved rather than a sidewalk. So it's actually lower cost. Cyclists can use it, and young kids can bike on it. Wheelchair users and folks with accessibility issues find it smoother than sidewalks, which often get bumpy over the years. So you have accessibility benefits, you have cost benefits, and you have increased usability. It's sort of a no-brainer to me.
So a city that's more accessible and bikeable leads to a dignified community.
It increases the well-being of citizens. It increases the well-being of people who are here. So that's what we want. We want to see municipalities, we want to see the provincial, the federal government, we want to see interdepartmental cooperation, everyone working together towards the well-being of residents, which is why these conversations are important, you know, between parties, between people, between residents, and these conversations are crucial as we try to make PEI a better place.
Thank you so much, Josh, for taking the time to have that conversation, and good luck in all your ventures, my friend.
You too.
All right, take care.
Thanks, Jamie.